Hello, my friends. So today I want to talk about shame. Shame is a slow, soul-sucking death. And yet most of us hold on to shame. I'm going to talk about shame, breaking it down, and also give you a powerful tool on how to move through the shame, beyond the shame, and into the forgiveness. So stay tuned. So most of us hold on to shame from our past, from our mistakes. To me, I don't believe there are mistakes. There are only areas of opportunity and learning and lessons within that, as long as we don't keep repeating the same cycle. But here's the interesting thing. When we shame ourselves, it keeps us stuck in the not enoughness, where we continue to repeat the cycle. So think of it like this. In your past, when you made this mistake, you didn't know then. You didn't know then what you know now. So you look at that, what happened in your past, and you acknowledge the choices that you made within that. You look at, because we are the cause and effect of our life, and that's the accountability piece. But you look at, okay, I made this choice, the cause. The effect was this happened. Now I understand that how that choice created this action, this effect. And now I can take that lesson learned and move forward and not make that choice again. And so there's no wasted time in that. There was a learning, an expansion, and a growth. You take the lessons and you move forward, right? I could hold shame about my past relationships. And I'll tell you, that's so much part of the work I do with my clients, is releasing shame for when they didn't feel worthy in relationship, or maybe they let people in that didn't treat them well. Maybe they slept with people when they knew they shouldn't, right? We, like me, married the wrong person for the wrong reasons. We all have made mistakes, my friends. That is part of the human experience. So much of the work is acknowledging that. First saying, I'm human. This is part of the human experience. And most of the time when we're making those decisions, like I said, those choices, we don't know what's playing out underneath. And so I'm going to give you a little neuroscience here, but 95% of everything we do comes from our subconscious mind. So we're only 5% awake to our choices, 5% awake to what we're doing. So that's why I do a lot of the subconscious reprogramming and understand. A lot of our beliefs is I'm not enough, I'm not worthy of love, or I'm not worthy of that. So that is often what's playing out in the choices until we make the unconscious conscious. So can you let that land? Can you let that land? I used to believe that love didn't, one of my core wounds is that love didn't show up, and that no matter how much you love someone, it wasn't enough. And that played out in my relationships again and again. So I married the wrong men, I had the wrong relationships, I made those mistakes, and yet I didn't have that conscious awareness at that point. Remember, 95% of everything we do is unconscious, and that's why I do this work. So then I can forgive myself, and that's the next step that I want to talk about, is moving through that. So it's really you understanding what's unconsciously playing out. And I had to heal that part of myself, knowing that love does show up and that I'm so worthy of a partner that shows up. And now I have a really healthy relationship today. But so understanding that, I didn't know then what I know now. I have taken the lessons, I have done the work, and now I have a healthy relationship. I have released all the shame. I don't hold back. I'm an open book. I share my truth with everyone, and then we all relate as human beings in that. So you didn't know then what you know now. And then moving into the forgiveness process. That is such a powerful tool for us to release shame. So it is. So I'm going to teach you this. The forgiveness and the making amends is so huge and powerful to releasing past, releasing shame. So I, hands on heart, and I still do this, and I do it around my children as well. Like, I forgive myself for being in that relationship. I didn't know better then, and now I do. I forgive myself. And I also make amends to the other. I make amends and I apologize. You can't always do this in person because that person may not want to make themselves available to you. But I have made amends to the past people that I have hurt in my life. I've sent them love. I have apologized, some face-to-face, but some just energetically. I am saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know better then, and I'm sorry I hurt you. And I have forgiven myself again and again. So that is part of the process, my friends. Knowing that it's part of the human experience is making mistakes, but don't hold on to the shame. It will only perpetuate the cycle and keep you in the I'm not enough, where you'll continue to make those mistakes. You're human. Learn from it. Take the lessons learned, and then hands on your heart. Say, I forgive you. I forgive you for making that mistake. I forgive you for being with that person. I forgive you for hurting others. I forgive you for allowing yourself to be hurt in that relationship. You're talking to yourself. Let go of shame, my friends. You are a human being. We are all perfectly imperfect, and we make mistakes. It's the learning and growing and releasing the shame, moving forward in that self-compassion and love, right? Continue following along. Remember, the relationship you have with yourself is the most important because it is reflected in all of life. So forgive yourself, release the shame, and move forward.